Yes, you are not dreaming. It is I, Kamga, donning my Bamileke clothes. Well, technically, I wouldn't call it Bamileke clothes. Probably has a name, a real name that I don't know. But hey, welcome back to the channel. And if it's the first time that you're coming here, then welcome. On this channel, we'll do essays, reviews, and reactions just like this one. And this particular reaction, I am personally excited about it because if you didn't know this yet from my name, Kamga, I am a Bamileke, 110%. My father is from Bafang, my mother is from Banjul. Sadly, I don't speak any of the languages, but I'm fine with it, at least for now, until when I regret it later on. Anyway, today we are doing a history of the Bamileke people. Why? Why are we doing a history of the Bamileke people? Well, because I was testing my button to see if it works. I'm Bamileke, and I just finished doing Geography Now Ethiopia, and I was so blown away by the amount of information about the country. And I thought of doing, Geography Now Cameroon to see if there's more there. But then I realized, let's take it slowly. Let's start small. Let's start with the tribe. So to all my Bamileke brothers and sisters, if you're in the comment section, hey, leave me a comment. Say hello. For people who don't know, Bamileke is a tribe. It's not a language. It's not a village. It's not a location. It's a tribe made up of different villages and different groups of people. So sometimes when somebody says Bamileke, you can still be bold Bamileke and not be able to understand each other, or at least understand certain words. So many people think that when you say Bamileke, it's just this large mass of people. And one thing that I know from our history that hurts my feelings personally is that during the Marquise of the 19, I don't know, something, I've forgotten. Probably, hopefully this video will have it. Over 100,000 Bamilekes were massacred by the French using napalm thrown over the villages. So maybe when I react to those videos, I'm actually working my way up towards that. We are very close to 1,700. Actually, no, now we're at 1,600. And I'm looking at the 2K, 2,000 subscriber mark. It's like, we could actually reach this by March, by the end of March. I don't know. I mean, I have big goals for the channel. I have big dreams and I really want to do a lot of things, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The video is a history of Bamileke people by Hime Team History. They have 491k subscribers. And if you like my hat, leave a like. All right, let's jump right into the video and learn more about my tribe, my people, my Bamileke ancestry. All right. I'm discovering things here by myself for the first time, so I'm actually excited. So if you've already watched, all the other reactions and you liked it, now this one is for me. Okay? Let's do it.
What up, African world? It's Hime Team here, and I'm back at it with another video of African history, culture, and worldview. And welcome back to my series, A Closer Look. Today, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Bamileke people.
I have a feeling copyright is going to come and catch me with this one. I'm sorry. It's a nice song, okay?
By supporting this channel on Patreon, you're helping in the creation of these videos and supporting this content. If you like access to full courses and sources, or you simply want to show your support, you may do so by clicking the Patreon link in the description box below. The Bamileke are one of the largest groups in Cameroon, numbering between 3.
He has a chill. He's that kind of guy who will sit in the room. You guys talk and talk and talk, and then he'll just say like 2 sentences and just sit there and sip his glass. I'm like, yeah. That's how I feel when I hear his voice. I don't know.
Low. The Bamileke are one of the largest groups in Cameroon, numbering between 3.5 million.
First of all, it's Bamileke. Well, that's French. In English, it's Bamileke. Wait, how do you pronounce it in English? Bamileke, like I don't know. There's no French English. It's Bamileke. It says Bamileke or something. How do you pronounce it? I don't remember how I pronounce it, but it just sounded weird.
The Bamileke are one of the largest groups in Cameroon, numbering between 3.5 million and 8 million people. The Bamileke speak a number of Bantu languages of the Niger-Congo phylum. The main language groups include the Gomola, FAVE, and Datan.
Ooh, Roma. It's actually pronounced Romala, like R. So I actually know that, which is pretty cool because I don't even know the Romala
phylum. The main language groups include the Gomola.
Let me move this thing so you can see how it's spelled here because I don't think you're looking at it. Yeah. Romala. Romala. That should be like a northwest region. Yeah. Yep, I think so.
Ola, Fefe.
Fefe is what we speak in Bafang, actually, and I think our language is taught in the University of Yaoundé one. Sadly, I don't know it. I wish it was online so I'll go and watch. Like I watch all tutorials, but anyway, let's carry on.
Nda, Yemba,
Yemba.
Medumba, Mengaka, Ngembun, Ngoma, Ngambale, Kwa.
It's. I don't know why I find the way he's pronouncing this funny. Oh man.
And Ngwe. The languages, however, are similar enough that people still manage to understand each other. The word Bamileke is a European corruption of the name of the Deshang people, who consider themselves.
Did he just say Deshang? He said Deshang, didn't he? Yeah, he said Deshang. There should be a term for this in linguistics where certain people cannot pronounce certain words just not because they don't want to, but just because those particular phonetic sounds don't exist in your language. When we did linguistics, I actually did like a year of, it's a very long story, but I did sort of a year of studying English language, like probably 3 months for a master's program. And we discovered, some of these reasons why people have accents and things like that. And this is like a clear example. Like this is Chang. It's pronounced Chang. Dschang is Chang. But then Americans cannot pronounce it. The same way my name can be if you see on China, my last name is Tchassa, but they will say Tchassa or like Tchala because I cannot pronounce Chala, Tchassa. So Chang, you say Dishang, or what did he say?
The word Bamileke is a European corruption of the name of the Deshang people, who consider themselves Baliku, that is, the people of the whole in the earth. Thus, the name Bamileke is not an original term and carries a meaning never really intended by its people, although it has been embedded into the culture.
I did not know that. That is cool.
The Deshang live in several provinces in the highlands area or the grasslands region covering the western part of the country. One thing that makes the Deshang a very distinguished people covering the western part of the country. One thing that makes the Deshang a very distinguished people in Cameroon is their origin story. According to oral tradition, the Deshang claimed that they're originally from Egypt and that they left the Nile Valley in the 9th century. After nearly 2 centuries of moving across the continent, they arrived in their present location in the 11th century.
Hey, did you see that? What did I do? Oh no. I just messed everything up, didn't I? Well, I was trying to show you this. Do you see the material? Do you see I didn't get the hat. I chose this hat because I have the other one, but it's fine.
Across the continent, Nile Valley in the 9th century. After nearly 2 centuries of moving across the continent, they arrived in their present location in the 11th century. The history of the story, the highlands area or the grasslands region covering the western part of the Baliku, that is, the people of the whole in the earth. Thus, the name Bamileke is not an original term and carries a meaning never really intended by its people, although it has been embedded into the culture.
Yep.
The Deshang live in several provinces in the highlands area or the grasslands region covering the western part of the country. One thing that makes the Deshang a very
grasslands, grass fields, Graphi people. A lot of the northwest region is full of Bamileke people, but they don't even know it. Or do they?
Distinguished people in Cameroon is their. One thing that makes the Deshang a very distinguished people in Cameroon is their origin story. According to oral tradition, the Deshang claimed that they're originally from Egypt and that they left the Nile Valley in the 9th century. After nearly 2 centuries of moving across the continent, they arrived in their present location in the 11th century. The history of their journey from the Nile to the plateau of western Cameroon includes tales of magic and even levitation of the entire population over wide rivers and deep chasms. In the middle of the 14th century, they began to split into different local kingdoms. The first of these kingdoms was called Bafoussam, established.
Ooh, that's where I grew up. I mean, not the kingdom, but the town in which I grew up in the West region is Bafoussam. Actually, almost all my siblings were born in Bafoussam. I was the only one who was born in Northwest region.
By Prince Yendi. He was then followed by a princess, his sister, who also founded an independent kingdom of her own. A number of new people arrived, coming in wave after wave, according to their legends. 5 separate waves arrived and were absorbed into the Deshang identity, including the original people of the area who they encountered upon their arrival in Cameroon. The Deshang are patrilineal, and a man's children are considered to belong to the father's family.
Ooh.
Property is inherited by one single heir, a son. Men can marry large numbers of women, and in the past, wealthy men could have literally hundreds of wives. Strict inheritance meant that wealth would not
How do you handle hundreds of wives? Just one is already too much for me. Like, how do you handle 100? Jesus.
be split upon the death of hundreds of wives. Strict inheritance meant that wealth would not be split upon the death of a head of the household, and group cohesion gave other, less lucky sons the ability to share in their father's wealth, though not inherited outright. Families live in group housing surrounded by their fields. Each village is governed by a chief, also called a Fan, who has 9 advisors. The position of Fan is also inherited, and in the past, the decision of who would be their heir was kept a secret until after the Fan's death.
There is this movie, La Succession de Wabo Defo. It's like one of the few old movies from like Cameroonian movies that were centered around culture, and as the title says, it was the succession of Wabo Defo. It was this chief who died, Fan, as this guy said it, and they had to find his successor. I don't remember the movie, but I remember the title very clearly, and how strange it was to watch. You know, it wasn't in black and white; it was colored, but it was very different from the regular movies that I watched. But yeah, it explains. I mean, what he's saying. What are his sources, though? Infographics, sources. Aha, African history books. Okay, he has his sources. I trust him a little bit. I was looking here, I was looking down here. He put his sources in this description. So, yes, I am with you, brother.
As mentioned before, the Shang men are able to marry a large number of wives. Okay. In general, the man pays a bride price to the bride's family, and all of her children belong to the family of the man. Men work to clear agricultural fields, but the actual farming is left to the women. Like many agricultural societies, women and children are important sources of farm labor. Even today, the Shang villages produce quantities of taro, peanuts, maize, and yams.
This video was done in 2020. How true is this? I mean, things have changed a lot, and it's not just Chang. Chang is like a subset. Like, there's Fumban, there's Bafoussam, there's Bapi. Bapi's in Bafoussam. There's like so many places. Maybe it's just, the Chang people who've spread. I need to talk to my dad about this and find out what he has to say, because I'm sure he knows a lot more of this than I could ever. So yeah.
Men are also engaged in trade and entrepreneurship. Starting in the 17th century, the Shang...
Talking about entrepreneurship, the Bamileke people are known for their business savvy nature. Like, nearly every single Bamileke has either been taunted for not being a good business person or been minimized because their gift is sort of genetic. Like, yeah, you're good at money because you're Bamileke. So you're either, oh, how can you be Bamileke and you're not good at money and business? Or, the only reason why you're good at money and business is because you're Bamileke. Which, if you think about it, is just not fair either way. Like, yeah.
Engage in trade and entrepreneurship. Starting in the 17th century, the Shang men have moved out of their home area.
Did not change that.
Starting in the 17th century, the Shang men have moved out of their home area as traders and entrepreneurs.
That's exactly how my granddad left. Like, I don't know if it's my granddad or my great-granddad actually left to search for literal greener pastures, like to go and start his own thing. He left and went and did that.
Spreading throughout Cameroon, moved out of their home area as traders and entrepreneurs, spreading throughout Cameroon. Following the introduction of colonial authority in the second half of the 19th century, Dashang traders and craftsmen have expanded into other parts of Africa, and with colonial empires to other parts of the world. The Dashang are skilled craftsmen, though it's said that since colonial times, many of their skills have been lost. They have reputations as carvers of wood, horn, and ivory. Many of their sacred masks are made from cloth, heavily beaded, using imported glass beads. Several types of
Man, look how beautiful this is. I can't even remember. The last time I saw one of these was at a funeral. Yeah, let me take my face off for you to have a look. Looks like an intricate design that takes a long time and requires some skill, you know? Yeah.
mask associated with different societies using imported glass beads. Several types of masks associated with different societies are still made to this day, and many sought on the international African art market. Among the most spectacular of these masks are the elephant mask, which represent the power of the chief or ruler. It's said that the fawn has the ability to change his shape into that of a leopard, a buffalo, or an elephant.
Totem. It's called a totem. And sometimes I still remember vaguely of stories about hunters going to the forest and killing an animal, only to find out that that was not just the fun, but somebody, you know, in a powerful position. And the only word that comes to mind is the French totem, which represents this power to become an animal and feed and come back. Like, that's how they gain their power, basically. Yeah. There's so much mysticism in the Bamileke culture. I just now realize that I haven't even tapped into that to write my own stories, you know? This is so cool.
Fawn has the ability, power of the chief or ruler. It's said that the fawn has the ability to change his shape into that of a leopard, a buffalo, or an elephant. All three of these animals are the embodiment of what a fawn is: powerful, fierce, and willing to defend his people. The elephant mask is made of dark, often deep indigo cloth, and covered in beads and cowrie shells, symbols of wealth that outline and fill in the main features, including large ears. The mask falls down the front of the wearer in imitation of the trunk. The person wearing the mask also wears a long...
So this is one of those technical aspects. You know the channel, you know I have to say this. He's describing things that would have been better off done by showing the things while he's describing them. So right now I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I cannot see. You're showing me elephants. Can you show me the dress itself, you know, the mask itself? Because I think he showed something similar earlier. But hey, he's done a better job than I have in this reaction, hasn't he?
Decorated tunic, again of dark indigo cloth, and has a large feathered crown on the top of his head. Masks are worn during special ceremonies and at funerals of important men. The Kuosi society is the most important of the men's societies, and in the past was made up of warriors. Today, it's composed of important and wealthy businessmen, and even the fawn himself may decide to wear a mask and join the masquerade. Christianity was introduced to the Dashang during the colonial period, and subsequently there have been some conversions. Islam has also penetrated from the north, where Fulani and Hausa have come into contact.
Hey, if you're watching up to this point, let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to do a reaction to a TED video that I saw. There's a video that I saw from TED about how religion is the #1 reason why poverty still exists in Africa. I mean, the title already sounds very interesting, but I'm thinking of doing that. I want to just know if you're interested. I mean, whether I respond or not, I'll probably do it, not because I don't care, but it's just like I'm personally curious about some of these texts and these videos to see, but I also want to know if that's something that you will be interested in. So yeah, let me know. Just when you talk about religion and how they came in and all that stuff, it just got me thinking about like, yeah, I saw the videos talk about this. I haven't watched the video yet, so yeah.
With the Dashang people. Most, however, adhere to the religion. Hausa have come into contact. Islam has also penetrated from the north, where Fulani and Hausa have come into contact with the Dashang people. Most, however, adhere...
I've actually gotten used to him saying Dashang. I used to cringe at the beginning, and then now I'm like, yeah, it's just Dashang, the Dashang people. Let's just Dashang our way out of this.
Adhere to the religion of their ancestors that focuses on honoring the ancestors. The skulls of ancestors are kept so as to provide a place for the spirits of the departed to live. If it's not possible to keep the skulls, a ceremony is held periodically to ask for the help of the ancestors, even if there is no place for them to live. The Dashang have a supreme god called Si, though he had little to do with the affairs of man. Ancestors are appealed to and can send messages through illness and dreams. Women are seen to be the embodiment of fertility of the land. This is one of the many reasons why women are the planters and cultivators of the soil. Another thing I find very interesting about the Dashang people is their architecture.
So the fact that he just bundled all of the Bamileke tribe and people as Chang people doesn't sit very well with me. Let's finish the video and talk a little bit about this.
Their architecture is immediately identifiable because of how unique it is. It's one of my favorite architectural styles, to be honest. One, because of its sophistication, but also because of its ideological purpose. Dashang architecture plays a critical role in the construction of social identity. Dashang ideology suggests that human beings and their dwellings are linked symbolically. At the core of the Dashang architecture stands the concept of status. Wealth and prestige are expressed in the ornamentation and style of Dashang architecture. It's one of the more fascinating aspects of traditional African architecture. Well, I'm all out, guys. If you like these videos and
Wow. Okay. I mean, look at that. That's an old picture. I'm sure if you go and see recent pictures now, it'll be different. But then he had his sources, he had his places to get the videos. So you've seen the video, you've seen my reaction. I don't feel very satisfied with this particular video. I was expecting to learn a lot about Bamileke people, but the fact that he bundled all of us under the Dashang people. Look at me saying Chang people, because, and maybe I could be wrong. Like I was seeing a situation where, because I did not know about this, I didn't realize that what I consider separate, Bafusam, Bafang, Banja, all these places, Batufam, like I may not just know that all of these people, all of us fall as a Chang people. So yeah, I'll have to ask my father to explain more to me about the history, which he might not even know himself, but he'll probably know a lot more than I do, because history is such a weird thing, isn't it? Like, who actually knows everything about the past? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what happened 2 months ago. But yeah, that was my reaction to the history of Bamileke people. I learned, what did I learn from this? What did I learn from this? That when people have powers, they have a rich history, the religion changed us in a way, affected the way we see things, and that women are the symbol of fertility. That's what they plant, and men could marry up to 100 wives. So yeah, if you like the video, you want to watch the full video without me interrupting during the reactions, the link is going to be in the description. It's going to be in the card up there. You can always check it out. And yeah, you should go and check out the Hime Team History. 491 subscribers. Pretty good. Actually, really good. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I think I had an announcement to make towards the end, and I mentioned earlier, but I've forgotten what it is, so I'm probably going to write it down in the comment section or in the community tab. I write a lot in the community tab, by the way. If you are subscribed to YouTube, if you aren't, why? Subscribe to the channel so that whenever I post a video, you'll be able to see it. And if you turn on the notification bell, whenever I publish a video, you will see it first, because YouTube doesn't send all the videos that I publish to you. So if you want to make sure that you receive the videos that I publish, then there's a little bell just beside the button. Let me show you here on the screen. So you would see what that looks like. Right here. This subscribe button, right here, notification, click, and then you click all, or you click personalized, but all will make it easier for you to get it done. So just do that. Whenever I post a video, you're going to be able to see it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.